Once we are safely out, crews will rapidly locate his position, then use the radios to conduct detailed integration. I can just imagine Kelly back there in the back end, kind of like leaning it forward a little bit, you know, because he's
You fit.
A demonstration. And they tilt the rotors, it's all basically
nothing is normal about it. Transitioning, as you pointed out, it's all with the clock. It's just a little switch, a little hat switch, a local switch, and instantaneously go from airplane helicopters 400 knots to sitting still.
I'm always impressed with how much power you hear when it's like this, and how quiet it is. Again, I'm going to use the term normal mode when it's in the fixed wing mode. To get an idea of the weight this flying machine rotating wing is now low in the upper tip rotor.
You might see the machine hanging out, waving a little bit, you never know.
static display area, the latest one, nights, white night. I saw on the way in, there's some new distractions coming out here to show center. All of the squadrons set up with their swag. I'm sure you're getting all of that in today. So much to see and do. performer that's come a long way to be with us. And he has no intentions of going home. He wants to stay here and become a U.S. citizen. We'll tell you that story when we get him up into the sky here next.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah, look at him. He's getting right to
Oh, did you
business
hear
already.
that?
Yeah.
Start the music in 20 seconds.
Did you check in with him?
Music in 18 seconds.
18 seconds.
What?
Yeah.
Just, okay, we'll get it right this next time.
A little bossy, isn't he?
He is a little. He needs it too. Look at this.
Well, he's pushing and pulling some incredible G loads on and off. It speaks to his physical fitness. We're at peak performance time right now when it comes to G Tower.
Yeah, McLaren is.
That's the McLaren right there, the red McLaren. That's $1 million worth of car.
Oh boy.
If you order one, if you get one used, 300,000.
Aaron can hold that. He's the guy with $1 million. AARRON. AARRON. It's just at Aaron Delu on social. Get at Aaron Delu. Darren.
Look how precise he is.
Oh, I know. He's incredible.
And aggressive.
Well, he's a competitor. I mean, you know, we can have a lot of fun with him. But this guy, he is the next $1 million guy in the business. You're seeing it right now. You're seeing brain roaches are good for you, say. But I'll tell you what, this guy, though, is as nuts as he is in the air, he is actually very, very calculated with these figures that you're seeing. Truly.
You've got to know the numbers you need, and it's about his precise flying too, in more ways than just being precise at the stops. But he's looking at those numbers. He's out ahead of the airplane. He rehearses these routines, and he stays right on target.
Maybe he'll give him back here in a minute.
You get on the socials, you'll get that whole story, and it's a wonderful story. We'll share some more of that later.
Like a big clock going up and around there. It's just incredible. Here he goes, straight up on this vertical now. Watch him. There's the push.
Oh. So negative G's are sickening. That's the best way to put it. You get to visit breakfast.
Wait down there. What's he doing
My
now?
perspective made it look like he just went right up one of the tailpipes of the Blue Angels.
Uh-oh. Look at this. Look at this. Now
Uh-oh.
he's just settling in down there on the runway.
He'd never finished though. He doesn't.
I don't know. I don't buy it.
Wait a minute. The McLaren went down there, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. The McLaren went all the way down the runway.
Well, he's gonna intend it.
Oh, look at this. There he goes.
Now, there's the race. Get your cameras ready. Look at the McLaren.
Wow.
British technology
Oh, I heard
versus
that.
Australia.
I heard
What
that.
happened there?
He walked off and left it that time. From the sitting start, you weren't kidding. What was it again on the McLaren?
0 to 60.
You can drive the car that Aaron is racing right now.
So if you're 3 years of age or older,
Yeah.
if you're 18 or older with a valid driver's license,
Now look at it upside down. What is that thing that you can also drive, Rick? That's a...
that I believe that if you got your head screwed on straight, you're 18 or older with a valid driver's license,
You can drive it.
fast as you can.
Look at this thing. I heard him call him down the runway.
Screaming or just
Well, I didn't see him. I thought he was going to...
coming up? So we did it on, and then we did it twice.
Yes.
It's the right time.
Rolling down the runway, the gas station in the sky.
What are you saying? That airplane is.
Well, you can't win a war unless you pass a little gas, Rick. That's what you're saying.
All right.
Parts that are on many airplanes. Make things fly. Doesn't work. Fly.
Notice the wing leading edge slats, large power lift wing flaps. These devices change the shape of the wing. They're the key to its low final approach speed, enabling this aircraft to land and stop at very short distances. But again, you hear and feel the weight of this airplane right now. The gear down too, all that drag out there, and the slow pass. Of us now, setting up to make sure the airspeed's right, and then all the way around in front of us. Great photo op, great clip op for your socials. Remember to tag it. America's Air Show. Miramar. There we go.
It does look kind of slow, Rick, but again, that's a big airplane. What do you think it's doing? 150 knots, maybe? 180?
I would think I'd put a little more on it, just because you're turning around in the windy conditions today.
Man. Those winglets out there.
9 feet tall.
Each winglet, 9 feet tall. There you go.
Wingspan 170 feet, tail 5 stories tall.
Powered it back up now.
Big and chunky.
Oh, gosh. Well, they are. It's a big airplane, Green. Too big airplane.
An amazing platform. The C-17 touchdown and stop and reverse. Already. Touchdown. And then nose down. First thrusters all the way up. And look at the KC-135 back on the ground next to the huge C-17, big and chunky C-17 Globemaster 3. Jumpers away. Briefly, free fall, 125 miles an hour, straight toward the ground. Thrilling. Great canopies. Dealing with some windy conditions today and headed for the drop zone right at Show Center. Here's the cool thing, ladies and gentlemen, about the ground. It's a great reflector of sound. So if you make some noise, they can hear your appreciation all the way up there.
At the twilight's last Christmas stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched, boys of gallantry stream, and the rockets red glare, rumbles bursting in air, gave room through the night. Now the flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet fly? For the land of the free.
Teamwork, and community. This show is about more than the aircraft you'll see in the sky. It's about the bond we share with the San Diego community. For decades, Miramar and San Diego have grown together. You have welcomed our service members in their
today come from units deployed around the globe, from Japan to Africa and across the world's oceans. They come from the 1st Marine Expeditionary Force, America's force of readiness, always prepared to answer the nation's call. Their talents, on full display in the MCAS demonstration here in about a half hour, which is not to be missed. And we could not do this without the incredible support. Currently standing for U.S. services in 9 foreign nations. The F-35 family of aircraft currently flown by the United States Marine Navy.
The landing boat. And if you can get to DC, to the Udvar Hazy Museum, and see the exhibit with just the engine, it looks like a big robot standing next to the air. Allows it to safely enter areas without being seen by radars that legacy fighters did not evade. Combination of stuff. Here we go. Nice to the right. Look at this for Peterson. So it's capable of speeds in excess of Mach 1. Obviously that, not quite Mach 1.
System for the Marine Corps, Navy, Air Force, and our allies. In addition to its impressive steamroll capabilities, the F-35 guided air-to-surface munitions, air-to-air missiles, and missionized 25mm gun system. Coming back again, 35B.
And maybe we're going to see just where they keep all that hardware. Is that the plan?
That would be the plan here.
Let's see if it works out. Check it out here, showing us the weapons bays. There they are. That's the thing about this. And again, a lot of jets can do cool maneuvers, but this thing, as slow as it's going, it can still kill you, Rick. It's just hanging there on the burner.
Chuckles can't see where he's going right now. Although I shouldn't say that because the helmet
completely see-through.
completely see-through. Where he looks, he sees
Jet 45B.
The aerial demonstration of the
Demonstration coming up here in seconds. They're itching to take control here because they've got so much planned for you as you start to see this take shape out in front of us. I haven't seen one of these in a while, the Legacy Hornet, but let's turn things over to MagTaff.
Expeditions from UH-1 Yankee Venoms to serve the Marine Corps for the reconnaissance team. Reconnaissance team will utilize the fast growth insertion extraction system, also known as fast moving. This allows Marines to reach the landing location where it's not safe for aircraft to land. Once they're safely down, Marines will rapidly locate the enemy's position, then use the radios to conduct detailed integration with the FA team and crews to call in lethal air support strikes.
Timeline to follow. Bravo 8, elevate 475 feet, enemy in the open. Mike D.
Light Tactical Vehicle, or JLTV. Another CH-53 is carried an M777 howitzer cannon used by field artillery Marines capable of providing timely, accurate, and lethal 100-pound composition B-filled explosive shells for 18 miles. Both pieces of equipment have been expertly rigged by helicopter support team Marines from 1st Landing Support Battalion for rapid displacement. That's over 120,000 pounds of equipment in the air. Marines are at home aboard Navy amphibious warfare ships, and the Osprey is the perfect aircraft to rapidly deliver Marines and equipment over a long distance from ship to shore. The others provide cover with their M4 rifles and automatic weapons. Motorized infantry come to the rescue. You are witnessing the speed and firepower of 1st Marine Division's JLTV gun trucks and the LAV-25, capable of providing increased lethality and protection to Marines on land and multiplied from ship to shore. Now that's what we call America's Air Show. Of the aviation combat element, there's a round of applause for Marine Fighter Attack Squadrons 311 and 323.
Got an eye on you.
Yeah, they do. It's like a $1 million version of the Dukes of Hazzard right there. Here they go.
Look at the sheriff's department, though. I mean, they are kitted out.
Oh my gosh.
They knew Eric was going to be here.
Well, look,
Precision Exotics.
you can go for a ride in one of those cars or drive it yourself, and they'd love to have you do it. What do you say we bring Vicky Benzing back in? She's going to race the winner. 10,000 hours of flight time. Passion for anything and everything. She's swung. She and her husband were in the early days of Silicon Valley back then. It's chemist. Just like microchips and all the components in your
This is physically demanding flying. Beautiful airplane. Look and listen to that.
I love the story about how it became known as blood racing. Twisted the hair.
Mustang and all the equipment. Purple.
Yeah. Why not?
And Plum Crazy was born in the inaugural Reno Air Races. And she was fast. Everything about this design was innovative. What America's known for. They worked with the British when it came to the engine. You can hear those sounds too as it flies by. Beautiful music it makes.
That big scoop on the bottom. She's had the opportunity to fly in a number of broadcast pieces and auditions and stuff on that.
To the left there, look at the beautiful shiny propeller.
They're setting it up here. They're listening in.
I see a car coming mighty fast.
Do you really?
So maybe they're going to go from the other end.
Well, let's see.
Oh, there she is.
Oh, there she is. There she is.
Oh,
Look at that.
that.
Yeah. Oh, gosh. I think he was sandbagging on that pass. Look at that.
She had the flaps.
got the old park roll going. Now he's backing up. Defying gravity. Gravity sucks. You never quite win on that one. He makes it look great.
Oh my God. I just love this guy. Aaron Deliu. For those of you who don't know him yet, get to know him on social. It's AARRONDELIU. Look at this. Which was he gonna recover?
Anything about that is being at the top of some of these maneuvers because of gravity. You lose energy, and yet he has enough to get these incredible maneuvers done because he flies so precisely. Puts it right on the numbers and again tries to defy gravity. That's all he's got, and he Humpty Bumps. He pushes over this time 0 G, and now negative G, hanging from the straps, and he's in a flat spin. That's not good.
Yeah.
Nose down. Angle of attack right. The wings start working again, and he flies. And
Look at that. I love how he just starts that roll kind of nice and gently. You seen the video with him with the hot air balloon?
yes.
That's the maneuver he does. Oh, look at this.
I'll tell you right now, the temperature of that engine's going up as he hangs it on the prop. Slows it down. Under that canopy, even in the clouds, he's losing weight. He's pulling and pushing G's. It's hot in there. Precise stops.
Look at that one.
Slide. Still got energy to roll the airplane and climb. I mean, he's got to look at the numbers and know that it's right there that he can get it done.
I love how he just stops.
Doing it outside because he's lost a few pounds.
Hey, guys,
He's got to tighten it up.
What's up, buddy? You tightening those seat belts now?
yeah, a couple of little loose. Let's tighten up for the second part of the show. I'm going to get down under for people who don't understand.
The guy's got more energy, doesn't he? That's just incredible. Love it.
Oh, high G pull. 4 G's. Up into the vertical, a little relief. Reaching to the top.
Look at that. Ground base is at 2,400.
Good.
But now, I'm going to do one of my favorite maneuvers called the blender. You ready? Going to see it here. Here we go.
The blender.
Yeah.
Blender.
Looks like a flat spin when it comes out of it. Look at that. Just stops it.
Negative G means he's visiting lunch and breakfast all the fluids coming up in your body.
Ugh.
Round and round.
Love it. Oh, there we go.
Spin speed too. He's got to get the airplane flying again because he's not right now. Right side up. Setting up for the boomerang, I think.
It is.
Got to get the energy right on this.
Okay, we have secured the boomerang coming out to pay back. So zero to the boomerang. It's actually an awesome thing. And it's good. If you start right, it comes back. So see if I can make it come back.
I heard that one.
Going forward.
Yeah, there we go.
Spinning around.
Well, this is the tricky part, guys.
He's got to connect.
says there's some stuff we might not want to be brought in Oh, boy, look at that. All the way up and over the top.
His social pages are packed with some great inside content on what this looks like, feels like. He has so much fun with it. Can't get the rest of the team.
Gonna fly like the F-35, he says.
Oh, negative G's. Oh, he's still pushing.
Yeah, look at that. Just hugs all the way up.
Outside step. Oh,
Almost there. That's gonna do it. Looking pretty good. Yeah, there we go.
oh, come on. Hang it.
I think that's pretty good with the wind, isn't it? That is not really probably amazing to be here today.
Aaron Delio.
Wait till you see his content, though. It's just so outstanding.
This is the part that gets me. Uh-oh, look at this. Just gonna park it there.
See, it's a delicate balance. You
It
can't
is.
overheat the engine. You're dancing on the edge of stalling where the airplane wants to disconnect and fall. So he just gets just enough out of the wings to keep him up there. And he's feeling that. The airplane feels slippery. It just wants to disconnect.
Okay, time for the tossers. I'm first to the toss box. Followed by a spindle landing.
Yes,
Yeah, we do.
there's the Instapass. Tag it. Aaron down to you.
AARRONDELIU.
He wants to see your pictures, your clip too, negative G's there. And he'll share what it looked like from his point of view on the socials as well. Soon to be an American citizen. That's not have his
Look at this.
Focus.
Unlimited aerobatic champion of Australia for competition aerobatics. Just incredible. What do you think of that, Steph?
I absolutely love watching him throw himself around in the sky. I was coming back from the recruiting.
Positions for deputy sheriff, correctional nurse, dispatcher, or professional assistant. Yeah. If you're looking to be good difference in your community, but you have a working career at the same time, head over to sheriffjobs.sbcounty.gov or visit their booth to see all the positions available. All right, thanks again to the San Bernardino County Sheriffs.
Collins Aerospace is pioneering innovations in advanced materials and manufacturing capabilities to provide lighter, more efficient, and higher performing structures for the next generation of aircraft. They've integrated the NASA system's advanced composite manufacturing.
Yeah. If you're paying attention, Kelly, we were talking about how you just flew in. Kelly is.
They whistle.
They do.
They whistle.
Yeah.
It purrs and it whistles. Indeed.
Look at this. Here he comes, right over the top.
Oh, look at this. It's sliding a little bit. It's windy.
I can just imagine Kelly back there in the back end, kind of like leaning it forward a little bit, you know, because he's
You fit.
Knows it. Made it a really good gun platform.
he's flying with profile. That's exactly.
I'm glad he decided to keep flying for
Let's
us.
see if he's gonna roll it.
He's going as fast as he
The AC
can.
vapor, it's really moist.
Stately.
It is.
Stately. Very
Classy.
stately.
Classy airplane.
That's excellent. Steam him in. Controls. Just. You buttered those tires up like you buttered that biscuit this morning. It just rolled right onto the road.
We say the most dangerous thing at an air show is coming between me and food.
Well, he nailed that one.
Look at that landing. It's just no wear on those tires at all.
No.
And now you can clearly see the props going in two different directions.
Long nose here stuck out there in the front. Just settled it on in just perfectly. Like a dragonfly, that thing.
So we have the Lightning 2s here. Well, that's the namesake.
It's a complete representation of airplanes that played such a huge role here at Miramar, like the OV-10. A strong connection.
Marine Corps Legacy. And I believe that is John's.
It is John. Yeah. This looks like another SMJ taking off here.
600 horsepower run with the engine. 9-foot Hamilton steel. Like that.
That's right.
Another trainer, the Mentor.
T-34 back in the day in Vietnam. Post World War II era being represented there, the T-34.
Marines.
Great stuff. And these are just the departures. I mean, we're going to really listen to this thing on takeoff. Here it is. Returning back to Miramar. Look at this. Two that, well, it took so many over the line, including the famous Tuskegee Airmen, the WASP pilots, they're women Air Force Service pilots who flew these airplanes far and wide, and of course the ladies who built them can't go unnoted as well. BJ.
It's important to keep flying the Corsair now. And that's why they keep flying. They do that by opening these museums so that you can come across.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It takes a lot of money to keep these airplanes in the air. And of course today, we sound their engines. And sadly, the voices of those. Here in just a very short amount of time, the voices of the World War II generation, the same folks who fought in Korea and even Vietnam, those voices are going silent at an alarming rate. You know, I remember just sitting down for an interview in January, hard to believe. Now bringing it around, B-25 became the strafing airplane choice could really pack a punch, and the Marine Corps figured that out. They made a number of those BBG. This happy Wellington, right? The OV-10, as we've been talking about, it has such a history here in Miramar. Also used for some other stuff. The door on the back of it actually opens up, and the CIA.
Poppies, live poppies, taken from Flanders. They still grow there, and they, over the beaches, the D-Day beaches, they release the poppies into the air. Tradition.
PBJ coming around the horn again. Looks very similar to the B-25. Back in the day, a gymnast.
Carrier.
Yeah, a gymnast and one of the first to fly with the
I wasn't quite ready for that one.
Well, again, Joe, one of the youngest guys to have all these qualifications to fly these airplanes today. Let's put it in comparison. You had the B-17 back in World War II, right? A 4-engine heavy bomber. At the end of the war, when the Sky Raider came out, it could carry more. You could just loiter over the top for hours and hours. If you had a gun platform that needed to be taken out, Korean War era pilots, and even the Vietnam era pilots. But we have a couple of Vietnam assets up there. The T-6, the SNJ became the
This Sky Raider.
I'm not entirely sure where this came from. Look at that. Yeah, I think you're right. Glad you're here and we say welcome home. These airplanes, they are not here to glorify war. They are simply here to remember and to pay tribute to the great sacrifice.
I didn't know some of my own father's history until sadly he was in his final days, and we couldn't figure out why he couldn't get the operation that he needed. And the doctor told us because of the shrapnel in his chest. And we had no idea that he'd ever even been wounded during the war, something my father never brought up. And I know there are stories like that out there as well. I think maybe if you encourage them, again, it's all about never forgetting, so that we always remember those sacrifices. And we... It's windy. We got a strong crosswind there. That's...
I just think the T-6, you know, I go back, the T-6, the SNJ, you go back and you start talking to guys that flew these things, and I think about Mr. Mustang himself, Lee Love.
Right engines, I think.
Yeah, Curtis Wright. 3,000 pounds of bombs. That's it.
The SNJ pilot was crouched down trying not to be seen.
Nobody gets like
Big, heavy airplane, the Sky Raider, though. Spad.
family. It's got a pass. Like a joke to do.
I'm more in the back seat and there's a bunch of room behind it.
Yes, Stephanie. But everybody wants to hear now that you have something to say, so...
I was on the prowl for someone to interview and I watched people scatter.
Yeah.
With a recorded version of the anthem. And I desperately tried to seek out other people to help me sing the anthem.
Oh, yeah.
And they all ran. They darted and ran.
A little wag he gave right there, just right there at the end of that run. And of course, so the wing is bent on purpose. It's math in motion. Kids want to know why math is so critical. They had a math that massive propeller that hangs out front there. Look at the early theoretical physicists, people like Theodore von Karman. Ballistic missiles even. And you go back to the folks who flew the Corsair, who flew the Sky Raider. And you start to think about just how it just locked into this is the way we do it. And we owe our freedoms to those men and women who designed these incredible planes. Yes, instruments of war, instruments that are to protect our settles in. Brakes are no longer available for this airplane. It's very hard to come by. So we're going to see the nose gear stay way up. I save the brakes, I mean like really save the brakes. Like the hardest part on the B-25 is getting to the end of the runway to take off. It has no nose wheel steering, so it's only brake to steer it with, and the rudders. The Skyraider touching down now.
That's a big airplane. I can't say it enough. I get a chance to see one, get close to it, the static display area too. It's a huge airplane.
Now this guy's in his 20s. Joe is, and the OV-10. Now we're talking. Look at that thing running down the river. How about that?
Retired after 1995.
Culture of excellence in service to country. The maneuvers you will see demonstrated here this afternoon are coordinated tactical techniques developed by Navy and Marine Corps pilots in both peacetime training and actual combat. These maneuvers are neither stunts nor daring feats, but are refinements of basic techniques taught to every prospective naval aviator. Here at Marine Corps Air Station Miramar, we will demonstrate these maneuvers at very low altitude in traditional Blue Angel formation, so that you may see and take pride in the precise fashion in which your Navy Marine Corps pilots are trained to fly. Now, direct your attention to the ramp before you and observe the military manner in which the 6 demonstration pilots approach their aircraft and are saluted by their crew chiefs. Ladies and gentlemen, flying Blue Angel number 1, the commanding officer and flight leader of the Blue Angels from Canton, Connecticut, Commander Adam Bryan. Flying Blue Angel number 2, the right wing man from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, Commander Jack Kilty. Flying Blue Angel number 3, the left wing man from Beaufort, South Carolina, Major Brandon Wilkins. slot pilot from Georgetown, Texas, Lieutenant Commander Wes Perkins. Flying Blue Angel number 5, the lead solo from Baltimore, Maryland, Commander Thomas Zimmerman. Flying Blue Angel number 6, the opposing solo from Freeport, Maine, Lieutenant Commander Connor O'Donnell. As the crew chiefs assist the pilots into their jets, you're witnessing the teamwork found in all Navy and Marine Corps units. The Blue Angels take a great deal of pride in personifying the Navy and Marine Corps values of honor, courage, and commitment. For more information on our support crew and our pilots, we invite you to follow the team on social media, including Facebook and Instagram. There you will find exclusive photos and videos, as well as a behind-the-scenes look at our organization and how we operate. Pilots 1 through 4 flying the diamond formation, showcasing the precision flying required of all Navy and Marine Corps aviators, while pilots 5 and 6 fly as solos, demonstrating the maximum performance capability. Lieutenant Commander Natalia Ricchetti, our maintenance officer from West Puerto Rico, is responsible for the men, women, and equipment that keep our aircraft flying. From Jackson Center, Ohio, from Hagerstown, Maryland, our public affairs officer is Lieutenant Ben Michel. Our own technical representatives are Mr. Jack Ralph from Fort Worth, Texas, Mr. Todd Lawson from Tyler, Oregon, and Mr. Lee Morrison from Antonio, Massachusetts. The management analyst is Mrs. Amanda Lee from Washington, Virginia, and our administration specialist is Mr. Gary Stevens from Columbia, South Carolina. The 6 demonstration pilots are approaching the end of the runway to begin their takeoff sequence. Very shortly, Commander Ryan will call for the 4 diamond pilots to take figures to formation. In this formation, Blue Angel number 4, the slot pilot, will be positioned outboard of Blue Angel number 2 on the right wing.
Updated winds are 240 at 15. We on the airfield and the airspace. You are clear for takeoff.
Boss,
Boss, we're coming to gun. You can start 240 at 15, that's a headway. Check your marker way off. Take your trip set. Take your thing off. Here we're time to go. One tradition, under now. Bobby, trash can be closing on. It's fired up for running time.
As they pass before you, you will notice that the smoke is no longer visible while the engines are in afterburner. The opposing knife edge pass. £68,000 of thrust. Commander Zimmerman and Lieutenant Commander O'Donnell poised 5 to 6 on their tails. At less than 120 miles per hour, the fly-by-wire flight controls provide a slow speed handling that sets the Super Hornet apart in the air-to-air arena. Ladies and gentlemen, the section I before you, the Blue Angel Delta.
Enjoy the ride.
Blue Angels.
Will momentarily be making its approach from the right. In relatively slow speed flight, it will give you an opportunity to get a close look at the precision flying that produces the 18-inch wing-to-canopy separation between these four aircraft. To the right.
They get outside when they pull up, they give me loose. Yeah,